like somebody, I know you said, but I always feel like somebody you feel better. Because I'm always looking for better. I always need to feel better. I don't care what it is, you feel better. Amen. God said, this is what God said. God said that when you line up, he said, I'm going to allow preferential treatment to come in. And then he said, every petition you made will be granted in your life. How many of you went before the Lord and you've been praying, like Hannah was? You know how Hannah kept praying for a boy child? And Hannah told Eli, because you know it was custom that the man go to the temple and make sacrifice for his family, whatever. But Hannah said, now, Elkanah, you've been praying every year, and I ain't got pregnant yet. The Bible said Hannah went to God for herself. She spoke in a new tongue, and Eli thought she was drunk. Yeah, when he came to her, he didn't know what he was talking about it. Amen. And she went before the Lord and said, Lord, I've been coming, I've been praying. And she said, I need a boy child. If you give it to me, I'm going to give it back to you. Before she got back home, God heard her petition. I know about the house, y'all. God will hear and give you some of that stuff you've been asking for. God, I can go another hour, y'all. I ain't going to go, but I can go another hour. The last thing God said is, I'm going to give you protection from evil strategies. And Jared, my favorite this is, because I think you need to know this. I don't know why I call your name, but I just think you need to know this. This is what God said. He said, I will expose them quickly to you. He said, everybody that come against you, he said, before they touch you, before they come at you, I'm going to expose them. That was for you, baby. I felt it in my spirit. Everything the devil had tried to put against you. Everything the enemy had tried to throw at you. God's going to expose it to you. I'm going to let you see the person. There's some people in your life that don't need to be in your life. God said, I'm going to let you see them just for who they are. I don't know if y'all ever seen those pictures on TV where they do all the graphic designs and different things, and they show all the ugliness inside the person. They stand there looking at you, and they show the dark side. Yeah, one Sunday I was at church, and I was sitting in somebody else's pulpit. I was sitting in somebody else's pulpit. I'm just sitting there. And these preachers, there was a lot of preachers sitting there, and this guy stood up to start talking, and I saw a black snake run across the pulpit. God said, don't mess with him. And when he got to talking, he turned and looked at me, and there was a black spot all over my eyes. God said, I'm going to expose all that stuff to you. But there's sometimes people can befriend you to kill you. All right. They don't like who you are. They don't like how you look. They don't like how you wear your clothes. Right. They don't like what kind of car you drive. So they befriend you to mess you up. God said, because you're in favor with me, I'm going to expose them to you. I know this is not traditional preaching, y'all, because it is who I am in this. Eric, I hope I don't run you off with all this foolishness. That's all right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. God is doing something different in our society now. Amen. It's not like it has been, because see, what we've been accustomed to is we just come to church and just pray. God has given you authority over your enemy. God has given you authority over things that seem like you didn't have authority over. God has given you insight. He's given you strength. He said, if 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, touching on the same thing, I'll do a God in this. And whatever you ask of me. Yes. All these preachers talking about just pray. No, God said you can go in the hospital and lay hands on the sick and they shall be healed. He don't have to be the preacher. He don't have to be the bishop. He said, if you believe in my name, lay hands on them, talk AIDS would be an epidemic if the saints of God hadn't started praying. You know how many people have unprotected sex? Frank said no. Listen, and it's not just gays that got AIDS. But if the saints hadn't got together and started praying, AIDS would have took over America. Amen. But because somebody had the power of agreement in them. Amen. I'm talking about me personally. Have cast demons out of people. Amen. There's a girl came to the church where we was at the old building, and she did a testimony about somebody beating her up and all that kind of stuff. She had a strong testimony, but she had a demonic force inside her. And I want to let that demon be released in the church. Yeah, when she came before me, she was standing right in front of me. And if I'd have said, okay, he'd have released himself. But she felt like a holler. That demon had to be released. Why? Because if that demon would have been released in the church, we had trouble praising God in the church. Amen. But since I was the leader of the church, and God exposed the demon, she thought she had done a good job by telling her testimony. It was a good testimony. But it wasn't a God-sent testimony. And I told her, you need to change your testimony. You need to change your story. She had it all laminated in paper. God has given us power. And it's in your agreement that you have that you can release some stuff off of you. Good God. Some of you have some stuff that God just said, do it. I'm sorry, just do it. Yeah. I do some stuff, y'all, but I don't do a whole lot of stuff. I'm just, because you have to stay in line, you know. God said, I bless your life. How many of you ready? How many of you ready to just touch and agree with God today? Amen. You just want to touch and agree with God. Just thank you. Thank you. God will bless you. God will do some different stuff. Simple, would you give us